Alright, so the gameplay you're getting in the background is the Mantis gameplay, which I said that I would upload the other day. We got some nerfs and buffs. I did not expect the patch list or patch notes to be out this soon. Um, so I'm gonna go over them. I'll put the photos that I have on my phone as soon as I transfer them over somewhere here on the screen uh, as I go over them. So first it's going to be the Vanguard. Like I said, it'll be somewhere on the screen. Uh, First off, Captain America. He's getting enhanced survivability, allowing more frequent entering and exiting of combat. So they're reducing the delay for the shield restoration after releasing Living Legend from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. They're reducing Liberty Rush cooldown from 12 seconds to 10 seconds, increasing base health from 650 to 675, and reducing energy cost for Freedom Charge from 3400 to 3100. But it's also reducing the additional health provided per second to self after releasing it from 110 to 100. I think that'll help him out. I've seen a few people who play Captain America and play him very well. I know he's not one of the higher picked vanguards. I think he was actually the least picked vanguard. Doctor Strange, one of my mains. They'll be will be reducing the threat range and increasing defense window of the Sorcerer Supreme. So they're adding damage fall off to Maelstrom of Madness and Gamma Maelstrom, starting at 5 meters and reducing to 70% at 8 meters. Slightly decrease the shield value recovery rate after releasing Shield of Sephiroth from 80 per second to 70 per second. I don't want to say that's going to kill him because I really don't think it will. You know, they didn't touch his left click or right click. I'm not even sure what it is on PC, to be honest with you. They didn't touch his main. So we'll have to see on that one. For Thor, the God of Thunder could use some slightly increased survivability and improve the success rate of his ultimate ability. Increase base health from 500 to 525. Added immunity to control effects during God of Thunder ultimate ability. Okay, so I didn't know you could smack him out of the God of Thunder ultimate with, because I'm assuming what that's meaning is he was getting hit with like Mantis's sleep and the Eye of Agamotto. So I didn't even know that was possible to happen during his ultimate. The Hulk, Dr. Banner has been dominant, but some decreased sustained combat capability upon entering the battlefield will bring him more in line with other vanguards. Reduce the indestructible guard gamma shield value for Hero Hulk from 250 to 200. So apparently in the higher ranks, Hulk was just dominating, because that's I'm not going based off of my rank or they're obviously not going based off of my rank, because my rank ain't nobody using the Hulk, at least not effectively. Nobody's using Thor effectively. The only character that's been nerfed so far that people have been using effectively is Doctor Strange at as low rank as I am. Alright, Venom. With increased survivability, the threat of his ultimate ability, the symbiote menace will strike fear in the backlines of all enemy teams. Increase the symbiotic resilience bonus health ratio gained per lost health point from 1 to 1.2. It's not a huge change. I mean, I guess we can see how it plays out. And increase the base damage of Beast of the Abyss ultimate ability from 40 to 50. That might help quite a bit, because I know that's my biggest issue when playing Venom is I don't feel like his ultimate really does anything. For Black Panther, we're slightly decreasing T'Challa's combat survivability. Okay. Now I know in lower ranks, a good Black Panther just annihilated the back line, and it would send the team into frenzy. Um, I would try to focus on them, and it wouldn't work. Alright, so Black Widow's getting some buffs. Natasha was very much in need of optimization when evaluating the release experience of her abilities, as well as a slightly increase to the threat of her ultimate ability. Increase the range of the first effect of Edge Dancer from a 3-meter radius to a 5-meter radius. Reduced time required for Fleetfoot to recover from 0 stamina to full from 12 seconds to 4 seconds. And reduced time required for Electroplasma Explosion ultimate ability to reach maximum power from 1 second to 0.6 seconds. Now, anybody who plays Black Widow, let me know how well that is actually going to help, because I think I played with her a little bit in the combat range, the testing range, whatever you want to call it, and I didn't like her. Okay, Hawkeye. Here's one that we've all been waiting for. We will be decreasing the long or medium long range damage capability, reducing the threatening combat radius, and slightly improving the close combat resistance for the Avenging Archer. Slightly reduce the spread angle between every 2 blast arrows, and reduce the triggering distance of passive ability Archer's Focus from 60 meters to 40 meters. Reduce maximum damage or maximum additional damage of his passive from 80 to 70. So, I mean, they're not necessarily nerfing him into the dirt, but we will have to see how that will play out. We also have to take into account the seasonal bonuses or seasonal team ups because I know there's talk that he's not guaranteed to have a seasonal team up this coming season, so that will take some of his damage away as well. Ella, yet another one that everybody's waiting on. The goddess of death has been a menace, and will slightly decreasing her combat strength. No, I did not mess that up. That is legitimately how it's written in the patch notes. Reduce base health from 275 to 250. So they're not. That tells me right there that they're decreasing the what's it called? Damage based on seasonal bonus or seasonal team up. Just based off of they're only reducing the base health. Alright, magic. The Queen of Limbo needed an increase to her threat and after unleashing her ultimate ability. Increase umbral incursion damage in Dark Child form from 115 to 135. That seems like a massive jump. I could be wrong, but it does. Moon Knight, I really didn't think he needed a buff, but you know, the Hand of Khonshu will receive slight increase to the threat of his ultimate ability. Increase the number of talons generated by the Hand of Khonshu from 10 to 14, and increase the explosion radius from each talon from 4 meters to 5 meters. So that tells me right there I'm gonna have, or people are gonna have to start watching even harder for the ultimate from Moon Knight. I've gotten pretty decent at dodging it myself, but it still catches people in the blink of an eye. Namor. We're optimizing the throwing feel of Namor's eggs. Adjust the throwing feel of Monstro spawn and Frozen spawn. Now Namor can accurately throw them to the desired location. So that's not really a buff or a nerf. I mean, to me, it's not. I guess you could consider it a buff because there have been times where I'd try to throw it and it would land wherever it wanted to. So I mean, kinda. Psylocke will be providing more options for other heroes to counter the Demon Slayer's ultimate. Now Dance of the Butterfly will check for barriers including Magneto's metal bulwark, Hulk's indestructible guard, etc. So does that mean that my shield from Strange will actually block that? Or block the majority of it anyways? The Punisher's getting a buff. We're slightly increasing the damage capability of Frank's weapons. Slightly reduce the spread of deliverance and deliverance and adjudication, I think is how it's called or how it's pronounced. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering that, but yeah. Okay, Scarlet Witch. Please tell me she's getting nerfed. I know she's not great, but that whole aimbot, man. Okay, we're increasing Wanda's combat strength when she's dealing or when she's facing duelists or strategists. Increase chaos controls fixed damage from 50 per second to 60 per second. Oh my god. Reduce the percentage damage per second from 5% to 3%. So I don't know if that's really going to be a buff or a nerf. And increase Chthonian bursts projectile damage from 30 to 35. What's getting me is the whole reduce the percentage damage per second. So let me see something real quick. So let's go back and kind of check on that. So yeah, I don't know what that could be for, because I just looked on her hero page and couldn't find anything. Alright, Storm. She needs a buff, and from what I've heard, she's actually getting one. The Weather Witch needed an overhaul to increase her damage capability. We're also optimizing the feel of her left click projectile and the release experience of her ultimate ability. Increased wind blade projectile speed from 100 meters a second to 150 meters per second, and left click damage from 50 to 55. Increase the bolt rush damage from 70 to 80, and after releasing Omega Hurricane, the bonus health provided for herself will be increased from 350 to 450. Moreover, following its conclusion, the extra health will no longer vanish instantly, but will instead diminish at a rate of 100 per second. I think that'll actually help her out a lot. So, I mean, we will have to see on Friday, which, I mean, I guess tomorrow, because I'm gonna have this posted Thursday. Okay, Squirrel Girl. We're increasing the threat of Doreen and her furry friends and their ultimate ability. Addition of a new effect to the unbeatable Squirrel Tsunami. The squirrels will rush towards the nearest enemy after bouncing instead of bouncing randomly, and reducing the Squirrel Tsunami health from 600 to 300. That's going to help me a lot, because there's been several times where I would have had them killed quick before they even hit somebody, but they had that maxed out health, and I was the only one shooting at them. I was the only one trying to stop it. Okay, Winter Soldier. We'll be adjusting Bucky by decreasing his long-range combat strength and increasing survivability in medium to close range combat. Increased bonus health provided by Bionic Hook and Tainted Voltage from 30 to 40. Increase Rotostern's projectile damage from 70 to 75. Reduce the area damage from 70 to 65, and reduce damage decay from 65% at 40 meters to 60%. And increased base health from 250 to 275. So that doesn't make sense. Like, they're trying to nerf him by buffing him, I guess is what they're trying to say. Okay, this is the main one I was looking for right here. Wolverine. Logan will receive an increase to basic combat strength, but a slight decrease to additional survivability after activating Undying Animal. Increase base health from 300 to 350. That is hopefully that's enough to see some more Wolverine play. I know I'm going to try him out in once season 1 officially gets underway. Reduce the damage reduction ratio provided by undying animal from reduce the damage reduction ratio provided by undying animal from 50% to 40%. I don't know how much of a difference that'll make. That might kind of equal out to the base health being 300 and him having 50% survivability or damage reduction. I don't know. Now on to strategists. Strategists are I I don't think any of them are really broken, but I've always been one to say that if every hero is broken, no hero can truly be overpowered. So every hero that has some type of broken ability, I just pass it off as, hey, they're superheroes. They're supposed to be broken. Cloak and Dagger. Ty and Tandy will receive an increase to their healing capability as well as an expansion to the coverage area of their ultimate ability. What? Okay, so it's not an increase to their damage, but the fact that Cloak and Dagger is one of the few strategists who actually makes MVP a lot of the time in the lower ranks, I don't necessarily think this is necessary. Reduce Dagger Storm cooldown from 15 seconds to 12 seconds, and increase the number of dashes and internal bond from 3 to 4. I mean, it's not major, but it is at the same time. I don't know. Jeff the Landshark will be adjusting the range of his ultimate ability so it now better fits the warning marker. In addition, will also be increasing his healing capability. Adjust its Jeff range from 10-meter sphere to a 10-meter radius, 5-meter high cylindrical spell field. So I'm guessing that's to help prevent like Iron Man and Storm and stuff like that from getting caught in it all the time. Increased healing fuel or healing of Joyful Splash from 140 a second to 150 a second. Didn't even know he healed that much per second, but that is nice to know. Luna Snow, while we enjoyed her dropping the base, we've made adjustments to Luna's ultimate to prevent players from abusing its healing capabilities. Increase the interval for switching between healing and damage in Fate of Both Worlds from 0.1 seconds to 0.5 seconds. So, I mean, I don't know why they would have it to 0.1 in the first place. That just seems like somebody knew it was going to be abused. But I've also never really noticed it. I don't play Luna Snow that much, so I can't say that I knew anything about it. Mantis. We'll be making Mantis a bit less fleet-footed, reducing her roaming support capability, reduced Nature's Favor passive movement boost from 2.5 meters per second to 1.5 meters per second. I don't think that's going to do too much to her. I mean, everybody I've watched has been very mobile with her. So I guess uh, that could do something. I really don't know. Rocket Raccoon. Rocket could use an enhancement to his healing capability, increase the healing repair mode from 60 per second to 70 per second. I mean, Rocket, there's been several times where Rocket's been the top healer on in the game that I've been a part of, so I mean, it is what it is. Team up abilities. Oh, I guess they are keeping the team ups. Hawkeye and Black Widow. To further tone down Hawkeye's oppression, will be reducing his seasonal buff. Reduce Hawkeye's season bonus from 20% to 50%. Hela Thor Loki. Much like Hawkeye, Hela's overwhelming power will be receiving a slight reduction from 20 to 15. Luna Snow and Namor will be increasing the threat of Namor's frozen spawn. Increased damage from 25 to 27. Increased frozen spawn slowing effect applied to hit enemies from 25% to 30%. And increased berserk state frozen spawn damage from 16 to 18. That I don't have a team up with Luna Snow when I use Namor enough to really know how much that'll do. And when I'm opposing Namor, I always take his spawns out. Rocket Raccoon, the Punisher, and Winter Soldiers. One of Rocket's best tools will be available more often. Reduced cooldown of ammo invention from 45 seconds to 40 seconds. And once again, I don't use it, so if you do, leave a comment down below. Let me know if that's going to help out or if it's just going to be another one of those 5 seconds doesn't make a difference. Scarlet Witch Magneto. A bit underwhelming. The damage capability of this father-daughter team-up ability will be enhanced. Increased metallic fusion projectile damage from 55 to 60. Increased metallic fusion spell field damage from 30 to 35. That's actually nice. There was a point where it was me and a Magneto. I was Doctor Strange, and literally the only reason he beat me out was that metallic fusion projectile. So that's gonna do wonders. Thor, Storm, and Captain America will be enhancing the damage capabilities of Storm's side of this team-up ability. Reduce the cooldown of Charged Gale from 20 seconds to 15 seconds. And reduce or increase the damage of Charged Gale from 50 to 55. I've seen a total of like 3 Storms played, so I can't say whether that's good or bad. Anyways, that is all of the hero nerfs and buffs. If you would like to hear more on Marvel Rivals, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I will be uploading more Marvel Rivals content in the future. I will catch you all later. Have a good one.